Hello everyone and welcome for this new weekly community show. It's the last show we are doing on the Friday, but will those shows stop? Not at all. I am just changing the day. Probably, maybe, possibly, I will give you more information related to that and why later on in this show. So today it's a very exciting day because several things happened. First of all, we have the patch notes to discuss about. We have a new event that I'm going to do weekly and I want to talk to you about. The first week happened really nicely. So what is this event? You're going to know about that. I'm going to show you a content creator from our community, and we also have the release and the review of Lazy Peon video. I've been watching the video with the community just before this episode and it was a great review, so we're really excited. And there's already several new members that are playing the game and trying it out thanks to that review. So thank you so much, Lazy Peon, for this video, and thank you and welcome to all new players that are going to try Embers Adrift thanks to that video. The patch note of the 17th November 2022. What is new? This week patch is a bit lighter than previous patches but still include a few number of fixes. After last week's multi-patch fiasco on Thursday and Friday, we're adjusting our deployment schedule and putting a bit more focus on our internal QA build. See below for more detail. Make sure to check out the work in progress section below for a quick rundown of upcoming zones you can look forward in the coming weeks. So what happened last week? Because I didn't talk about that during the show, obviously, because it was Friday and so most of the fiasco didn't really happen at the time. But basically we have a memory leak. That memory leak has been worked on heavily by Undone. That memory leak patch didn't work so well, so we had to repatch several times during the night of the Thursday and the Friday, and it caused many issues. So it was really irritating because people had to get out of game, download another patch. Oh, this patch is not working still, damn it, we need to make another patch, correct another things, and that happened way too much during the Thursday and the Friday. It was a little bit, yeah, we're very sorry to have make you endure something like this. But we did our best, and I think that Undone got a lot of gray hair just for this, because it was very stressful. So more in detail about the memory leak. Server memory leak update. Last week we deployed code to address our previously mentioned memory leak on the server. As many of you may have noticed, those changes resulted in some stability issue that took a day or two to work through. The end result is that all of the code previously written to address the leak has been commented out, meaning that the memory leak is back. Yeah. Given that we went the weekend without a single server crash, I'm forced to conclude that freeing this memory is causing random server deadlocks at the engine level. If this is indeed the case, then it's entirely outside of our control until I can reproduce it locally and send the bug to Unity, which leaves us with the only workable solution of increasing the amount of memory in our server. Memory has been ordered and should arrive within a few weeks. In the meantime, we will continue asking you to swap instances from time to time so that we can shut down the bloated executables. We appreciate your patience while we work through this, but we feel that swapping instances is a lot better than random crashes, which happened before. Sometimes because of the memory leak, whole zone completely crashed. It was the case with North Reach, for example, and when it happened during the night and that the devs are, you know, sleeping, it's annoying because no one is there to put the zone back up. So changing instances is what allows us to not happen to those forces crashes of a zone. So hopefully it's going to happen well and nice until the memory is arriving. Hello, baby bunny. How are you doing? All right, now something very important. Be attentive to that one. Deployment schedule update. After last week's issue, we have decided to make some adjustment to our deployment schedule. For years, we've been deploying patches on Wednesday, so it only seemed natural to deploy live patches on Thursday after our internal test. However, if something goes wrong, as it did last week, that gives us very little time to correct it. Thursday plus Friday, not to mention it makes our week of content development a bit awkward. Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. After this week patch, we will be moving our live deployment to Tuesday. This should allow us plenty of time to correct any issue and normalize our work week a bit. Due to this transition, there will be no patch next week, barring any game-breaking bugs. Thankfully, this coincides with the American holiday Thanksgiving, where a good portion of the team will be taking some much-needed family time. Too long didn't read, live patch will be moved to Tuesday. The next live patch following this one will occur on November 29th, 2022. And this is why I am changing the weekly community show. And that will not happen on the Friday anymore, because it makes no sense to read and speak about the patch notes if it's almost 1 week later, and the time I edit the video and publish it on YouTube, it will be the new patch notes already up. So I need to change my schedule as well, following more closely the schedule of the patch. So the show will happen during the maintenance. So you cannot play the game, but you can discuss about the game instead. So I will be doing the weekly community show at the same time, so 6 p.m. Central Europe time, during the maintenance. So we will be able to read the very fresh notes together, speak about it, and then I will be able to show you some gameplay on the QA server to show you the new stuff, etc. So that's the plan for this show. Unless there's something happening that was not foreseen, that's what I will be doing in future. So we'll have a normal regular stream the Tuesday, then at 6 p.m. Central Europe time or 11 a.m. CDT, we will start the weekly community show with discussion about the patch note, the community news, etc. And then finish with a little QA gameplay session. And then hopefully I will be able to edit this episode much faster and publish it on the Wednesday night, for example, for you to see it on YouTube, which will be much better, I think. QA update that should interest you. Within the next few weeks, we will be putting more time into our QA process to ensure that content delivered is better tested and less prone to errors. We are shifting gears slightly and aiming to let new content be present on QA for at least a week before it gets deployed to live. This means that it will take slightly longer to deliver content to live, but in the end we feel that it is the best move to ensure things are up to the quality you all deserve. In the near future, we hope to invite the community back to the QA server for testing once we get back into the groove of things, meaning that you as player, once this happens, you will be able to choose between the live server or the QA server. So for all content creators, all streamers, and all people that are feeling very invested into the game, you can do like you have done during the beta and the alpha, give your precious feedback, test out things, find bugs, discuss with us about the process. Thank you so very much. So that's the future of development with our game. This is also the reason why we are behind when it comes to new content. It's several weeks now that we are working on this memory leak and trying to fix the technical aspect of the game, which is the most important things, because an unstable game will make everyone unhappy, while not new content game, well, most of the player can still enjoy the game to fully. The others, the ones that have completed everything already, well, they can work on their craft or do an alt or help new players or play something else. Meanwhile, which is less bad than people not being able to play at all because the zone are crashing. So we are sorry that we have this delay with our content, but we have done what we could and we are doing our best with what we have with our team to have the best services we can offer. And we know it's not perfect, we're really sorry about that, but that's how it is, unfortunately. But what is the work in progress? Let's get the good news. We have several items that are coming soon. Item linking. Yay! Item linking in chat is 99% complete. To make sure that things were properly accounted for, performance and usability wise, this feature was pushed until the next patch. Once deployed, if your chat is active, you will be able to hold shift plus click on an item, ability, role, specialization or crafting recipe inside of the crafting interface to add a link to the chat. And that will make trading much more easier. More Ashen. Timeline 1 or 2 patch. We have received Ashen texture for crocs, raccoon, rats and wolves. Those will be implemented shortly to expand our Ashen variant. Repair cost, we've been speaking about that every week. Still pending further discussion on the exact implementation. In recently released and upcoming zone, that's really important because that's the new content you are waiting for. The following table does not include all in-progress zones, only the one in our most immediate future. Retro Rich's first patch made its way to Q8 this week and has developer eyes on it. I've been testing it. We have already found a few small tweaks that need to be made, but this zone should be available in the next patch. So here you can see what has been added already since we have released the game. Meadowland Ember Drift A, Dryfoot Ember Drift A, the Aquifer Karst, Dryfoot Ember Drift B, the Aquifer Undercroft. And now what is coming soon, Retro Reach. So a higher level zone considered more as an extension of Red Shore located in the northeastern part of the zone. So that's basically another zone. It's like Red Shore 2. It's in the overhead, so it's like on the top of the cliff. You can see below Red Shore Forest, the Red Shore Forest 1 zone. And you will find quests, you will find mobs, you will find all that kind of things. And it's for a much higher level as well. Red Shore Fort. A higher level zone occupied by a faction of humanoid NPC in the northwestern part of the zone. So let's still need to do that work. Then we will have Red Shore Dungeon, a very large custom dungeon located below Red Shore. You will be very excited about that one because that one is really different from every central vein. So that's something that Charlies have been working on, and so it is not the same than what you have seen already. Some people were asking for more diversity. Well, diversity is coming with that one dungeon. Dryfoot Fortress, a higher level zone located in the middle of Dryfoot. This is basically the big fortress that you see in Dryfoot. You will be able to get into it and explore it. And then lastly, Gorge, which is a new zone, entirely new zone. It's a higher level zone offering a bit of overlap in content with Red Shore. This zone is a large canyon with arid terrain similar to Dryfoot. Look at this next humanoid. Who are they? What is that? It's so dark, so mysterious, so shadowy. The art team has continued to explore how Ember experimentation affects humans. Here is a quick tease. Hello, Rev. How are you doing? It looks like a night. It looks like something much somber than a night. Look at that. So dark. Now that's really exciting. More humanoid are coming in. Humanoid that have been affected by the Ember. Now I'm taking bets. What will we have? Rev is saying, hope there's a really dark dungeon so you all see, all you see are the eyes and you don't have your torch out. That will be fun. That's actually a pretty fun idea. And here you have the list of the new issues, so I suggest you to read this thread if you want more explanation related to the known issue or the bugs, fixes and improvement that has been added. Respawn rate of world resources increase globally. You must be very happy about this. Update the dry food resource spawn to better match resource density of the other area. Oh, you must be so happy about that one too. Reduced days resist on named mob. We want the day's ability to still have value but not lock down a named mob's unique abilities for the entire duration of the fight. Which makes sense. Here we have our first feedback related to that. Twin.nerd is confirming spent an hour in dry food gathering last night, was much improved. That's really good. So once again, it's important to note that we are reading your feedback, we're checking your suggestion, and we are answering some of those. Of course, our main focus right now is the memory leak, the stability of things, etc. So you know about that. But as we will not have a patch next week due to Thanksgiving and to the change of schedule with the patching, we are going to work on new things, and you can expect the new zone, Retro Red Reach. No, Retro Reach. Not Retro Red Reach. Alright, that's about it for the news related to the patch notes and to the change in development schedule. So once again, I repeat, because of the change of the patch, I will change the time of this weekly community show as well, so it's make more sense, and we can speak about it during the maintenance of the game and when the patch notes are fresh and new, and so you are going to discover them with me, and it will be a little bit more efficient like that. Probably a lot of you were there. It's the community meeting on Discord, Wednesday at 8 p.m. CDT, which is Thursday 3 a.m. Central Europe, Thursday 2 p.m. CDT, or Thursday 9 p.m. Central Europe. So these are a new community event I'm organizing twice a week on Discord. We started this week. It has been very successful. So the Wednesday night, why during that time? Because that was the time during the beta and the alpha, and for many years we used to gather weekly. We had the time to chit chat together, to get to know each other. It was really nice, and it really created some bond. Since the game release, we stopped to do those because the developers are busy doing other things, and I was starting to miss it. I was starting, damn, I never speak with this person or that person. This is a little sad. So I wanted to reorganize that just so we can chit chat. It's lasts 1 hour. Or you can, of course, you can stay longer if you want to continue chatting with people. And it's really aimed for socialization. So the devs are coming sometimes, probably more in the session on the Thursday than the Wednesday. Because the Wednesday, it's, you know, when they take care of their family and stuff like this. Most of them, at least, or they're sleeping, or supposed to be sleeping. That's for me, but I'm not sleeping. I'm there. But the Thursday, yesterday, for example, we had Moreland TV and Drindin that were present. And Wednesday, we had Adric Lives, so we could discuss directly with the community about different things. That being said, it's not the place for bring up drama or reporting things like that. That's very important. It's really chill and relaxed. It's nice and cozy. And if you really want to bring some heavy feedback, the forum are still the best place, or the Discord specific channel dedicated for that. And if it's bug, it's better to do a /report because it gives some extra information as well. But those meetings are organized so we can discuss together, socialize, and become friends. Twin.nerd saying Adric was taking note on our feedback, but yeah, he also asked for most things to be reported in game. Yeah, it's always nice to have a one-on-one discussion, but it's more those events, the goal of those community are more for social reason than really for give your feedback, you know. So if you really want to enter into depth feedback wise, the forum are still the best place, especially because it's written, so we can go back to it whenever we want. When it's in a discussion, it's nice because you can have a reaction and you can give some idea, some inspiration directly to the devs that are there. But it's not a promise that the devs will be there every week either. It might happen, it might not happen. Kaolin have also asked if some other devs will not join. You know, the one you rarely see. But some of our devs like their kind of privacy, so do not expect everyone to show up either. So we will see. It's really something open, and who want to join, who can join, will join. And hopefully it's going to be nice and cozy and fun for everyone. All right, now we are going to discuss about the content creator of the week. And I've said that I will be presenting one guild per week, and this week I've not done my homework. Bad Elloa. So just a precision, the guild that I have presented last week, which was Fire of Heaven, I hope that's the right name, which is led by Honeywell, a very nice person. It's not the first guild on the server. Actually, we do not know who's the first guild on the server. It was the first guild I presented and introduced. That's an important important little note to do. Fires of Heaven. Yes, okay, good, because sometimes I mix up names and that's bad. In any case, we are going to speak today about our content creator, and today I am very happy to speak to you about Ash Beyond Gaming. So Ash Beyond Gaming is actually one of my friends, but that's not the reason why I want to introduce you. He has been one of our most consistent Embers Adrift streamer, and I was not expecting that at all. It's a very nice surprise, and it's also really, really nice. So here we're going to listen to a little extract of one of his stream, so you can discover his personality.
Alright, we're in the flow again. This girl has some love handles, yo. Why are you sleeping on the job? Wonder if they'll do different animations for the warden sleep crank arrow thing and the actual stun. If that's gonna come into play, because I think the symbols could use a bit of work, especially like. I would like to see Halt also have some sort of maybe root symbol. Maybe like a pin down symbol. I don't know, something. So it's easier to tell that something's actually being halted. Oh, there's the Raider tunic. That's what I used for a while. That's a shirt that doesn't have a shirt. It's like bare chest. If you wear that thing.
So I really recommend you to check out that streamer. Is really nice. It's a streamer from Netherlands. He's really chill, he has a nice vibe, and he's playing, it's quite high level, grouping with a lot of people, and some other streamer as well, and our organizing group. So check him out. You did talk to him all the time. This is really cool, and it's someone that I met at TwitchCon for a Final Fantasy XIV gathering. So I was not expecting. I told him about the game, etc., and say, "Oh, Elloa, I'm going to check your game because you're working on it." And then he really got into it, which was really nice. I didn't expect him to really genuinely like the game so much, and there it is. So that's really great. He bring also one of his friends, Shadow Zero Soul, which I will certainly speak about another time. But today we're speaking about Hatch Beyond Gaming, so check him out on Twitch. He was also part of the Halloween marathon, and really has been streaming a lot of Embers Adrift and is leveling consistently. So it's really great, and the feedback he just gave is also pretty pertinent. So it's very nice and chill and mature person, someone to check out. And of course guys, very important, very important, is to check out Lazy Peon review of Embers Adrift. This is quite amazing. We have been watching it entirely just before the show started. Lazy Peon, you certainly know who's Lazy Peon. It's a YouTuber which has quite some importance, but also give a very good, fair and integer. You don't say that. Well, he has a lot of integrity, and he give a proper advice about new MMORPG, old MMORPG. So it is one person, one YouTuber of reference that you want to follow when you want to know more about MMORPG. And the fact that he has a lot of integrity is really nice because it allows you to trust his opinion. So he made a review for Embers Adrift. Let's listen the beginning of that video together.
Design. Back in the days where cooperating with other players was necessary to progression and the entire game was impossible to solo? Did you enjoy the likes of EverQuest, Ultima Online and Project Gorgon? Are you excited for Pantheon Rise of the Fallen? If the answer to any of those questions is yes, then the game we're going to be talking about in this video is likely to be right up your alley. Embers Adrift. This brand new MMORPG offers a modern take on old school MMO design, with good graphics, a meaningful crafting system in which you cannot master everything, strategic tab targeting combat, and an immersive world in which navigation is part of the gameplay due to there being no traditional MMO map that shows you where you are at all times. Embers Adrift started its development back in 2014 as Saga of Leucemia, later rebranding to Embers Adrift in 2021. From the outset, this game was designed to be a highly social group-based PvE MMO with no microtransactions. Old school game, old school business model with a box cost plus subscription fee. Next, let's jump into my first impressions.
There it is. So if you want to check out that video, if you want to recommend it to your friend, check that out. Here it is. Clydeson is asking, do you feel like there's a good balance of class role in the game at the moment, or do certain one outweigh the other? I do think we have pretty well balanced the characters, but I'm also not a meta gamer, and so my insight might not be the most accurate. So it might be better to speak with players that have put a lot of time and effort into their character and that have a better overview of, you know, the classes. Some people have, you know, more precise opinion than I do, but our game is created in such a way where you have the importance of the three role: defender, supporter and striker, but we also have a relative flexibility. So our group size are 6 player, therefore you can go for 1 defender, 1 supporter and 4 striker, or you can go for 2 of each, or whatever combination you want. If you want to be the most performance, you might be more strict into your composition, but the game does not need you to be the most performance. So it really depends on how you tackle gaming in general and how you want to tackle this game. Some people have shown a great creativity and a great knowledge of the theory crafting, and so you can see a meta appearing, but that meta is absolutely not needed to enjoy the game, to progress your character, and to be successful. I am personally doing the opposite of metagaming. I'm gathering groups that are not optimum at all. Sometimes there's no defender, etc. The only role I always want in my group is a supporter, because without supporter, everyone needs to chug on potion, and that's not really economic. So you will want to have a supporter, but otherwise you can really be very flexible about your composition and accept all kind of player. You don't have to be the best, you don't have to be the best geared, best equipped to be successful at the game and enjoy yourself. So this is something really important. It's not because there is a meta that you have to follow this meta to be successful at the game. The game is created and developed in a way where you can be relatively flexible of how to play. You have to be attentive, you have to be strategic, you have to be tactical, but you can be tactical in a lot of different ways. So I hope that answered your question. And Patton95 is asking, how many characters can we have created per account? At the moment it's 3 characters, meaning you can have one of each role, but not one of each class. You can also cover the entirety of the crafting profession, so the 3 gathering and the 6 crafting with 3 characters. So one account is enough to cover everything crafting wise. That being said, you will have to play your 3 characters. It will be important to progress your leveling with the other character, because you cannot have a crafting character sitting at the city not doing anything. There's to progress your crafting, you need to progress also your adventuring skill, otherwise you will be blocked. Meaning, let's say you are level 5 as an adventuring, so you are striker level 5, you will be able to go as far as level 15 with your craft, but not further. If you want to level your crafting further than 15, you will have to level your striker as well. So you will need to adventure in the world. So it was our way to limit, without really limiting players, to cover all the crafts. So you cannot be sitting in the city. You will have to go outside, group up with players and adventure to be able to evolve your crafter. Clydeson, how is playing Alt? Can you easily transfer gear and mats, or it's not so viable playing many characters? You can do that by sharing materials through the bank. You will find those bank, which is a chest into the city, and that is account wide. You will have to pay for it, meaning you will have to increase your slot, your chest space by purchasing it, and it can become expensive, especially at the beginning, but that's totally something you can do, and it's not so difficult. You will just have to invest a little bit of time and silver to be able to do it, but it's worth to do it. I have personally do that, so you can absolutely do this. I'm a very good example of a semi-casual player, because even if I play a lot, I play in a very relaxed pace, and I'm not doing the things the most efficient way. So if I can do it, you certainly can do it too. Patch notes. Does everyone play on the same shared server world? Yes. That was one of our wish. It's to have everyone on the same server, so everyone can play together. You don't have to have heartbreaking decision to play with all of your friends. And what's really nice, it's also international. Therefore, Australian, Oceanic, let's not be segregative, Oceanic people, Asiatic people, European and American, everyone, or African, everyone play on the same server. Therefore, the game is active in any time. Of course, we have more North American player, therefore there's more concentration of activity during American peak time, which is in the middle of the night for us European, but you will find activity through the whole day. So that's quite nice. It's also nice to be able to play with all your friends, regardless of their geographic location. Quantum Edge is asking, will there be any opportunity for a player or special role to be able to be granted access to be a tester for TOS update before they are released to a live server to help the dev team lessen the chance of have issue? This is something we're going to work on. It will be available to everyone, I think, not to just a selective part of the people, but we are not ready to do that yet. Well, to be honest, I'm not really paying attention so much to my equipment. Thankfully, a lot of people have offered me things. So I have the Spider Fang earring, which that was from a boss. New Heaven Skull Cap, that's a quest reward. Flatland, teeny shiny turquoise earring, that's crafted by Cyanite. Same thing with the Flatland neck. The chest is just a charcoal dyed cotton laced shirt. I don't have cuirass. Split green leather vambrace. Twice. No, and Ravenrog leather vambrace. That's certainly a quest reward. Archer's glove. It's probably also a quest reward. Don't remember where it was, or is it the boss? Not sure. Crafted the belt, Ranger's belt, Scruffy leggings, that's a world boss in New Haven Valley, Ancient Bear fur leggings, that's a quest reward, Strider's Greave, and another Strider Greaves, that's a boss hanging out in Midland, and then the Cartographer boots, which is also a New Haven Valley quest reward. Then I have the Scavenger Hatchet, which I'm pretty sure I've looted that. Ravenrock Sword, which is a quest reward. And Zofli Shortbow, with it's a boss drop in... Yeah, there it is. There are my friend. Hi guys. I'm just here to spend a little time with you before to go help random players. So I follow you wherever you want to go. And I've not created more tea. No, they did not. They did not the Elloa avatar, because that's not really me. It's inspired from me, but it's not really me. Oh, we're going to... No, that's not the spell I wanted to use. I wanted to use this spell. There we go. Alright. So yeah, going to farm those beautiful mandrake that you can find in Midland, but also now you can find them in New Haven Valley. You can find some small ones. Okay. There we go. So what do we have? We have Lilyberry, which is a duelist, and we have Taggart, which is a juggernaut. Do you have forestry? Do you have forestry? Yay, Shadow Zero Soul! Hi! Hello, my friend. I'm so sorry. So Smart One is saying, you guys look like you're fighting a living pineapple. That's kinda, well, that's what, sort of, it's not pineapples specifically, but it's plants that are alive. You can see them glowing with embers, so they're not natural probably. Or are they? Mysterious. Mysterious, mysterious. They don't taste as good. No, they probably don't. That being said, I still need to find the tea leaves, isn't that? Or it's the recipe you find. Oh yeah. Imbued cotton close glove. Alright. Dried mandrake stalk. But I'm going to greed on that. I have no idea what you do with it. I'm going to take one, the other one is for you. Because I don't want to steal all of the plants. Especially this, I have no idea what you do with that. You probably refine it and so there it is. We are waiting that Zizor is recovering, is resting by the Ember Ring to recover his wounds, so he has less than 1% less hit point. Now it's cured. So here it is, and now we can start our adventure into this dungeon. It's a quite dangerous dungeon because the toads are poisonous. That being said, this group is relatively safe in the sense where you have several level 20, several level 19, and those mobs are a little bit lower than me. So they are we can say that it's a level 14 dungeon, I will imagine. So we're kind of safe. Now I'm 16, yay! Just dinged. Isn't that beautiful? There it is. Now the mobs are green for me. So they are green. Thank you guys. So they are certainly green for Shadow, Firbolg, Taggart, and Lilyberry. But you also have some poison over here. So you need to be smart about how you plant things. Want to go below? Well, no, I'm just going to follow them. I really like this drift. Every drift have different thematic and different mobs and different hazards, let's say. It's always better to kill the Ashen creature first, because the other one have still a chance to turn Ashen on death, meaning that you're killing a normal mobs, and then when it dies it can turn into another Ashen creature, making things a little bit more complex for you if you have several mobs. So it's always nice to kill the Ashen first. Okay, I'm passing this, I'm needing that, I'm greeting this. Okay, Shadow decide you can really go in many different directions, so it really depends of where you want to go. But it also kind of runs in circle. So the dungeon is relatively simple, but even if in simplicity, it's quite complex. Nolji saying, I will be semi-AFK as usual, just fetched the kids from school. Now I must finish my work before I can think of dinner. Who believe it will be a takeaway today? Ah, nice. Yeah, takeaway a Friday seems good. Seems better than having to cook. Frank is raising the hand. I'm a pessimistic, but is it really pessimist? It could be good. I would like to have some Indian food soon. Oh my god, we have too many. Okay, I'm stunning this one. I'm stunning this one. Yes, it worked. So that's good. So now we can take that has a toad. And I will continue to stun this one. I'm going to keep my bow. So I can stun it soon. Still in force again. Oh, I don't have stamina already. Come on, give me my stun. There we go. No, I failed. Right. That's a poison for warden, so I'm passing. I'm tired of having too many things in my inventory, so I'm just passing the stuff. Do we have a warden in the group? I don't think we do actually. But so you see, even to we still want to add a lot of content, there is already a lot of different things you can do in the game. You're not forced to do only one single activity. You can vary your adventures. You can choose. And this across different zone, because when you're level 15 you still can find relevant content for you in Northreach, for example. If you're doing the dungeon, it's still relevant to you if you're doing that. Yeah, fighting in the small area like this, it's a little bit tedious. Oh, nice chest. Chest, we are lucky. Look at this. Very nice. Oh shit, there's a frog here. Okay. So yeah, Furball is also a brigand. So that means that with our group we can have 2 stun, which can be life-saving, to be fair. And we're stunning the Ashen creature. So here we have a possibility that this is going to turn into an Ash creature. It doesn't work anymore. It's resisting now. If you have any question related to the game, do not hesitate, guys. Would be very happy to answer you any question you may have. Okay, nice enough. That other frog didn't turn into an Ash creature, so we will have the time to rest after this one. If we don't aggro this one, which is patrolling here. No. And I don't have stamina at all anymore. Alright. Oh shit, again! No time to rest. Okay. Furball has been... right. I'm going to rest on it too. I love the tongue that they're throwing. Yeah, hopefully this is not going to turn into an ashen. Zizor, which cannot unaggro. Okay. I'm low in stamina anyway. So I'm just going to use some salt on you. Here we go. There it is. So that allowed the healer to really focus on the tank, because yeah, it can be pretty dangerous. We only have one healer here as well, so it's a lot for Lilyberry stamina to have to handle the healing by herself. So if we can avoid her to heal, the better. Very good, very good. So let's rest. Now we need to rest. Yeah, we could not rest. But it leaves us the time to chit chat as well. So today, a little bit later, in 1 hour and a half, we will have the show. Yeah. Later. After that. All right, so let me do this. All right, let's do that like this. That will be all I can do for now. go. Yeah, I really need to upgrade my crafting skill so I can have better food. The thing is that, and I have maybe not been super smart with this, I have been doing my craft on my alt. So this character is going to gather a lot of material, and then my other character is a provisioner and a woodworker, but she's also not high level, so she cannot really do well. Now if I continue to do provisioning, I will not even be able to level up my provisioning anymore until I level her. Ah, there we go. This is a frog that turned into an ashen creature. Alright, everyone needs to stop a little bit to rest again. You can see that Shadow has food and a potion. Lilyberry has food and tea. Furball has food and tea and a potion. Targard food and tea. Nolje is saying, I just finished at work for a bit now. We will see what dinner we will have tonight. Hubby's out with his friends, so me and the kid will have an evening on our own. Movie night. Nice. Which means I watch a movie, they come by to take my snacks. Yeah, here this is a poisonous area. But if we want to get into the center, guys, if we want to go in the central area, where is the chest? We need to get here. Oh, we've been there. Never mind. Never mind me. Just came from there. There, that's nice. It did. Okay. Alright, that's really cool. I love it, Taffy. I knew he would do it today, but I didn't know when it was. So that's mean that we can watch that together with the community show. That would be good. Have you seen it already? Hello, Geflor. No? Alright, we're going to watch that. Yes, but Lazy Peon, it's another kind of review. So we had review from small YouTubers, but Lazy Peon is a big YouTuber. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it was enjoyable and answered some of your questions. It is exciting time for Embers Adrift. If you want to see us live, remember that the things will change in future. So join us on Discord, join us on Twitter, join us on our forum and check out for some updates to know when is the next show. I wish you to spend a very nice evening, day, whatever it is your time, and take care of yourself. See you soon. Bye.